Yo, what's up?
What's up, man?
Just doing
We
this
are
live thing here.
live.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I was telling you earlier right before we came on, that I still get nervous when we jump on here sometimes. And you were like, really? After all this time?
I know.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Whatever, I don't know what it is. Something in my head, maybe something throughout the day. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But like last week, for example,
Yeah.
I was drinking a beer. Remember that? I had a beer in my hand.
Yeah, I remember that.
I just need to calm down a little bit. And before that, I had taken like a shot of some whiskey.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know. I normally don't drink anyway that much. That's my Saturday night, but I just needed to calm down a little bit. I don't know what the hell it was. Normally it's just, water.
Yeah. Are you nervous being live right now? We got a whole 5 viewers right now. No.
Not nervous, but no more than normal.
Yeah.
And it's different. It definitely feels a little different, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Live is always a little bit different. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the issue with me is I can't see. I don't have my iPad right now. I can't see, who's watching or they're interacting, that sort of thing. I can't see anything. So
Yeah. I see it in the corner. 6 people now. 6 people on Twitter. It's on Twitter right now.
oh, Twitter. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I got a game for you, and they can play along if they'd like.
All right. Yeah.
If anyone throws out some answers,
Yeah.
you
Throw it
can
out.
read them off. So if you can put a top 10 banner for me up there, a top 10 list.
All right. Just say top 10.
Yeah, top 10 list.
All right.
You know what? Do top 10 consoles. It's going to be the top 10 consoles of all time.
Oh.
You should be able to do okay with this, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I should.
I think you'll get a couple wrong because I know you. I feel like, but the tip I'll give you is that a lot of these are related. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
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 So, whenever you're ready, man.
You got to go old school first. The NES. NES.
The old school NES, the one that got me really into video games,
Yeah.
came in at number 9, bro.
9. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of low. You think about Mario and
Punch
Zelda
Out.
and Punch Out. Yeah. Yeah.
Contra.
Contra.
Up, up, down, down, left, right.
BA start.
BA start.
Yeah. Let's see. What about the new stuff? Is it like PS5?
Yeah, so the PS5 didn't make the top 10 list.
Okay.
I don't
Too
know.
new, probably, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think. I don't know. It's a tough one.
Yeah. What about the original PlayStation?
Okay, so PS1 came in at number 8.
Number 8. All right.
Yeah. So you gotta kind of go along that line. The
All right,
NES line, the PS line,
Sega Genesis?
Sega Genesis came in. I actually wrote a few others here. They came in at number 14, Sega Genesis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We can talk about a couple of these and see what you think and where you thought they should have came in.
Yeah, I mean, for us old guys, Sega Genesis was big.
That for us, yeah, that was humongous.
Yeah.
I remember getting Mortal Kombat, bro, on that Sega Genesis, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah. There's blood, you can do a finishing move, you could throw a spear in someone's neck. This is awesome.
Yeah. Well, what about the SNES then?
There you go. Yeah. Super NES, Super Nintendo came in at number 6.
All right. Number 6.
Right. Yep, number 6. So, remember, keep going along those lines. You'll get the others.
So PS2.
PS2 came in at number 1.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? PS2 number 1.
Uh, I mean, I liked PS2, but yeah, I was starting to kind of decline in my video game play with
Hmm.
PS2.
Right around that time.
Yeah, around that time.
Um, I didn't. So PS2 is huge for me. I absolutely loved PS2. It came with a little memory card now, so you save your games, come back later. I dug the hell out of it. And PS1, I think PS2 was the first one where you could actually slide that game in there. Because PS1 you still had to put it in like a record, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
And man, those things, that little centerpiece where you stick the disc, it would always break.
yeah,
After a while it would snap.
yeah.
I'm like, damn it. I was like gluing it together, just trying to make it stay. And it worked.
MacGyver.
MacGyver, bro. Like not my PS1.
Yeah, well, you got used to it with the NES with having to blow on the cartridges, and
Yeah.
get the dust off and all that. Yeah,
Get the dust off, exactly. And then there was times with the NES, you had to stick 2 discs in there. Did you ever do that one? Or 2 cartridges, I should say.
oh yeah, to put one in and then put the other one
Yeah,
in
the
after.
other one
Yeah.
right above it, it would hold it down. It's the good old days, man. All right,
Yeah.
what else you got?
So PS3, I don't.
PS3 came in at number 3. Yeah, PS3 number 3, PS2 number 1. I don't have too much of an issue with that PS2 being up there.
Yeah, it was good. I used to love Marvel Ultimate Alliance. You ever play that one?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can play with a buddy. My buddy, my college buddy Michael, used to come over for us to play that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
The things we used to get together for back in the day.
I know, I know. Video games and basketball.
Video games and basketball, man. That was it. Or to go hang out somewhere,
Yeah,
like a mall. It was usually the mall or a movie.
yeah. The arcade in the old days. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Xbox. I don't even know which.
Well, that's all right. Xbox 360
All right.
came in at number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, the Xbox 360 was a huge deal.
Yeah.
I didn't have it. I was a PlayStation guy. Still am. I have a PS5. But my brother could tell you he was the Xbox guy and he loved it.
Yeah. I didn't get an Xbox until I got those ones with the retro games already on it. Remember that
Oh
we
yeah.
were playing those?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was way after, people were playing that. It was the old school Xboxes, but they were loaded with all the retro games.
Yeah, well, remember PS1, you can have it modded,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, we knew some guys.
We knew some guys,
Yeah.
yeah, some nerds who, who can do
Do you
that for
remember
us.
how pumped were you when that happened? Were
Oh
you
my
pretty?
God.
Yeah, yeah,
You
it's
have
like
no idea.
any game I can play it now, like
Any game.
any game. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the PS1. And remind me, did we have to rent the game first or at least have it in order to, is that how it
Yeah,
was?
yeah, you had to get a copy of it. So you just go
Mm,
rent it at
mm-hmm.
Blockbuster at the time. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what I thought it was. We had to at least have the physical first
Yeah.
in order to be able to have it in the system.
Yeah.
That was amazing, man.
It was. It was.
All right, what else we got? I'll tell you right now, you still got a couple Nintendos here to go.
Nintendo's. I'm gonna go old school with Game Boy.
No, but I
No.
will give you this one. Nintendo GameCube came in at number
Oh,
7.
GameCube.
I didn't play the GameCube.
I didn't
I
either.
know people loved it. Guess there was a couple Mario games on there that were pretty neat. Uh, I mean, I played it, but I never had it, so I don't really know much about it.
Yeah.
But people loved it.
Yeah. Well, along those lines, I would say Uh, now I'm forgetting the name. Oh, N64.
N64 came in at number 4.
Yeah,
That was a huge one.
yeah,
I
yeah.
kind of like that up
GoldenEye,
there. Mm-hmm.
GoldenEye, Mario 64, Zelda
Yeah.
64. Yeah,
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. Yeah, that was a big one.
Huge.
Yeah,
That was the one, man.
that was the one. Yeah,
What a great game.
I know, and 4 players too. So
4 players, man. We used to, well, bro, we used to battle on that thing. It was so much fun.
yeah,
And
the wrestling games they had. Remember the NWO wrestling game that had the old school like Hogan and Macho Man in there and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those were fun. And you could still go play like up the street, bro. You could still go play Mario Kart for free at the bar I told you about.
Up the stream, play them on my
Yeah.
house on that Xbox,
Ah,
man.
true. True, true. But
Just
you
gotta
don't play
dust it
it.
off. I don't play
Yeah.
it,
Yeah, you got to
but
dust it off a little
but
bit.
one of these days with my son. Yeah,
Yeah, when you think
that's
it's
a tricky
time.
one. I
I
don't
know.
know because then he may get hooked like we were, and then that's all you do.
How do you navigate that? Because eh, if he doesn't do it with you, he's gonna do it at some point. Once he starts getting friends, they're gonna have it. He's gonna want to play, and he's gonna want to have his own, that sort of thing. It's gonna happen at some point if he gets into
Yeah,
video games.
yeah, yeah. He's my son, so he probably will. He's into the things I'm into. He's into
Mm,
Marvel. He's into Halloween, even
yeah,
though yeah.
sports.
He's getting into sports. He's getting
Yeah,
he'll cheer with me when I watch football now. Before he didn't care about it, but now he gets into it with me. It's fun.
yeah. Well, he doesn't have too much to cheer with those Chargers.
Hey, doing better than your Rams.
Ah, come on, man. Two of the two of the top receivers in the league are out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Chargers
Uh,
know all about injuries. Yeah.
that they do, man. That they do. So let's see. You just got number 5 and number 10 to go. You have one Nintendo and one PlayStation. There's one PlayStation left, bro. That you haven't named.
PS4.
PS4 came in at number 10,
Yeah.
and the number 5 spot is Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Yeah,
Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Wii.
Wii. Oh, I was
Yeah.
going too new. Too new.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That Wii hit different for people. I played it. It's really cool. But it was like you could do tennis and baseball and swing away, it was that whole thing that like, it's sort of like a little different, but remember like you talked about the original Nintendo having that pad and where you can run and jump and do all this what was it, like Olympic stuff?
Yeah, yeah. They had the pad. You sit on the floor and you run in place, look all
Yeah.
crazy, jump up and down on it and stuff. But that was
It was
fun, man.
ahead
It
of
was
its
ahead of
time,
its
bro.
time. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So I mean that Wii sort of brought that
yeah,
back in a way because you have the controller where you can swing away, and do stuff with it, like actual physical stuff, bowling, that sort of thing.
yeah.
So that was a good one. Number 5. I don't know. Are there any other ones that you think that you can think of?
Well, there's personal favorites of mine. There's
Uh-huh.
the 3DO that
That's why I
barely
thought you
anyone
were.
had.
That's why I said you were gonna miss some of these because I thought you were gonna say that.
No, I know nobody played it, like it was too
Bro,
expensive. I was the only kid I knew who had it, like
yeah, I didn't have it. That thing came in
yeah,
at number 30.
yeah, number 30.
30
Yeah, Sega Master System. I love that.
Sega
I
Master
think I loved
System.
it even more than the NES because the graphics were a little bit closer to the arcade. They were better graphics than the NES, and a lot of them had great gameplay, like arcade style gameplay too. So
Yeah, I didn't write that one down. I know it was there somewhere, but you mentioned Game Boy came in at number 19.
yeah,
And then there's one more that you used to play a lot that I wrote down.
I used to play a lot. Turbo Graphics
No, that was I did
or,
see it. I didn't write it down.
or
No,
Sega Saturn.
Saturn,
Yeah,
number
yeah,
22, and the Dreamcast was 13.
Alright. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember my Saturn was modded or something, and I was getting Japanese games. Like, I wasn't a huge baseball fan, but I had this Japanese baseball game that was like the funnest game ever, man. I was like
uh,
learning Japanese from the game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's Japanese, or was it just going strike?
No, no, they were speaking
It was in
Japanese. Yeah,
Japanese. Okay.
yeah,
All
yeah,
right. Neo Geo 27, Atari 2600, number 21. So
yeah.
those are just some of the ones that I wrote down.
The OG, the 2600.
The 2600, yeah. But
Yeah, the games weren't
mm,
great, but you're a kid at that age. That's all you got, you know. Like,
yeah, it's like Pong. Ding, ding.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
Pong. It was, but you had I believe, like pole position maybe on
yeah.
there,
Pole position.
some or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. You had that.
Pac-Man,
Pac-Man. I don't know.
maybe.
There was an Empire Strikes Back game I used to love, but you were just like a couple blocks and you're, you're flying around.
That's all it was back then, man.
Yeah, I love that thing, man. Oh, I'm playing Star Wars. Some
Yeah,
blocks, man.
yeah, it's Star Wars. I'm playing Karate Kid, but like Karate Kid sucked.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
some good stuff on there, man. Some good memories for sure.
yeah.
You want to get into some OC news, because we got to get to the
Yeah. Oh,
showbiz.
one more I gotta shout out,
Oh, go for it.
Apple II PC,
Oh
with
man,
Oregon Trail. I had a ton of games that no one probably ever played on that, but like there was one comic book style game where it was like a choose your own adventure, and then it had gameplay in there
those are the
too, and
best.
they were the best. Yeah,
Those are the best. When you
yeah,
can do that, choose your own adventure stuff. Oh, that's so good. It's so much fun. You feel like you're, actually making a decision that can change everything.
yeah, yeah,
Do you let this person die or do you not? Do you kill him because he stole from you, or what do you do? And those are the
yeah,
best.
yeah. And it gives you that, and then you hop into a like an action scene that's like an NES game, you know, and it's fun, man.
Please tell me you still have that thing somewhere.
No, but I found an emulator a long time ago that I put on my computer, so I was playing the games on my computer, but yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking along the lines of it must be worth something,
It probably yeah, I've seen those
right?
shows where they sell the old ones and stuff, yeah, but no, it was too
No.
bulky, like, I keep I keep too many collectibles as it is, you know, like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I know. I get you on that point for sure. It's space is always the issue, man.
yeah, especially when you got a wife, kid,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
yeah,
And we're in the OC. We don't really have attics and what's the other one? Basements, we don't really
basements,
have that
yeah,
here.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it goes in it goes in a closet somewhere
yeah, yeah,
or storage.
yeah, man.
Yeah, we got to get to some. I want to get to the showbiz, because I got to tell you about some of these shows, man. What do you got for the OC news?
I got a story, man. So I applied late to the Newport Beach Film Festival. I applied like a couple days ago, I think, and then yesterday I got an email the day after it started. Oh, you've been selected as press for Newport Beach Film Fest. So I'm all pumped, you know. I go down. I got to go to Fashion Island to pick up my pass.
Ooh,
I know, dude.
we've done OC news on Fashion
We've done
Island a
multiple
couple
OC
times.
news on Fashion Island, so I'm and I have to walk around at night in like it's dark. I'm like, oh shoot, and people who haven't been there, it's like the ritziest place ever.
Yeah, you'll be okay. For those who don't know Fashion Island, it is that you can go to this place and there's a chance you can see someone famous there.
Yeah,
You know?
but in my head now, I'm thinking there's a chance you can get jacked too now because because
Isn't that
there's
crazy,
all
bro?
it
This
is,
is
man.
insane that you have to go to one of the nicest places in the OC and feel like there's a possibility you can get robbed. That's
Yeah,
insane, man.
it's crazy.
Remember that guy that shot up the theater like during a Batman movie?
Yeah, yeah,
Do you remember
Colorado.
that? I think it was,
Oh,
yeah.
Colorado.
Since then, bro, I've not walked into a theater and not think that's a possibility. Now, super, super
Yeah,
low chance of that happening. So
yeah,
I don't go in there worried. I'm just saying it like crosses my mind real quick. That's
yeah.
bullshit, man.
It is, man. It is. It is.
Absolute BS. And
Yeah.
so what's gonna happen with this thing in Newport?
Oh, so I picked up my pass. The movie's already going on. They're playing at all different theaters around Newport, Big Newport, Lido, Triangle Square, all different theaters. Playing them all day and night, pretty much. And I went last night to see a big movie called Night Bitch. It stars Amy Adams, and she plays she plays this stay-at-home mom who's super like depressed about being a stay-at-home mom. Like it's really rough on her and everything that comes with it. And at night she starts to turn into a dog. So she's the
Hmm.
night bitch. So and she's getting more agitated as the film goes on. She's starting to do more dog like things. She'll like eat from the straight from the plate out at a restaurant with her kid, like she's eating like a dog, like "Arr, arr, arr," and everybody's staring at her, and her kid's going along too because he thinks it's fun, you know. Like
Uh-huh.
he's a little kid, and there's been buzz. You know, this movie isn't released yet. It's just coming out at the festival right now. But there's buzz that Amy Adams will be nominated for the best actress for this movie, and I can see it, man. Because you know, you think of Amy Adams, you think she's such a nice person. Like I think of the Muppet movie she did, like 10-15 years ago, where you know she's singing and dancing with the Muppets, and like, oh, Amy Adams, like, isn't she so great? In this movie she's completely different. Like she's depressed, she's angry, she's going through all these different emotions from parenthood. And like
Mm.
I'll tell you, as a parent myself, especially with a small child and staying at home with them during the pandemic lockdown, like this movie is pretty accurate about like the lows you can
Feelings,
feel, the feelings, like
emotions.
the emotions you feel. Like she goes through all this stuff in the movie, but you feel like you're losing yourself, you know, like,
Hmm.
and the days start to blend together, and it's rough, man. It gets depressing, and I'm not like, I'm an optimistic, happy type of person, and like even for me, you get low, man, and this movie takes you there,
Yeah.
and in a way I haven't really seen in a film before. So I really like that about it. Yeah.
I wonder if you say you'd never seen that before because you didn't really get to experience a pandemic prior, and so maybe that has something to do with that.
The pandemic added a lot to it, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, because at the same time I'm taking care of this kid. I can't go out anywhere, you know. Like in
Yeah.
the movie, at least she's going out different places. She's taking them to like annoying kids things that annoy her because they're kids things, but at least she can go out, you know. Like the pandemic,
Sure.
I couldn't go anywhere, you know. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I'd like to think I'm like you, and yeah, that definitely took a little bit out being
all of
stuck
us,
in home.
everyone, and then
Yeah.
and you throw in that raising a kid, you know, it was rough. It was rough, man.
Hmm. Getting sick and stuff. Yeah, I always say I was lucky that I was able to go to work because if I wasn't able to go and still hang with the guys and you know joke around, it would have been I think even worse. So I got lucky in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's around the time we started talking about doing this podcast,
Yeah, it
because
was actually.
we're like, can't do anything, you know. Why don't we just do a podcast, you know?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
surprised we didn't. Well, I'm not that surprised. I threw it out there as kind of a joke
me too.
and then we always say that, movies talk about this, but I threw it as a joke, and then you went and bought a microphone.
Yeah. Like, let's go, man. Let's go.
He texted me back like, "Okay, I bought a mic," and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, it's a joke, bro." Uh, and then it took a couple years just to actually get it going. Then after that,
Yeah, a
even though we
couple
spoke
years.
about it,
Yeah, but I don't feel so bad that it took that long because recently I saw Lupita Nyong'o, who I met for Wild Robot um, thing at DreamWorks. She recently said it took her 5 years to do her podcast, and then it premiered as like the #1 podcast. But 5 years for it, like she'd been wanting to do it and thinking the ideas until she finally got it going. So.
yeah, we premiered a number 2.
Number 2. Hey, dude, we got 12 people right now.
She got us. She beat us.
Uh, barely.
Yeah. Well, it's tough, and she's a name already, so it's
It's easier when you're a name.
It's easier when you're a name. You already have an audience, and now you just got to speak to them. And I mean, you still got to be good, I think, but I think people
Yeah.
see. I just realized the other day that the Stallone sisters, his daughters,
Mhm.
have a podcast. I had no idea.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know?
I didn't know.
I just started watching the show, man.
Yeah.
And I guess we can talk about it later. Well, it's the Stallone family. They have a little reality show that I didn't even know about until
Yeah.
recent. But mine actually talked to you about this. My OC News is just a place that I went to recently. It's called Crumble. You ever been there?
Crumble, no.
Okay, it's in Bellaterra is the one I go to. There might be one in Costa Mesa.
Oh yeah.
Maybe. But basically, it's just cookies.
Oh yeah. I remember you talking.
Yeah, but they're amazing, man. They're
Yeah.
so good. So good. The only issue I have with this place is that so you go in, you get this cookie, and you go, "Wow, this is amazing. I want this again." So you go back a couple weeks later, it's not there no more. They switch out the cookies, they switch out the flavors. They have a constant, which is like the chocolate chip, I think is one of them, and one other one maybe. But then the other ones just switch, and you're like, I've it's been a year. I've never seen the one that I got, and I still want that one, man. It was so damn good. And then I'm realizing why it's so good, bro. The amount of sugar in these things.
Oh, it's the sugar.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
it is insane the amount. So what we do is we just do a couple bites, and then the next day like a couple bites, and then, I mean that it's a cookie. It's a
Like
bigger cookie.
like
It's
like
not
the
like
like the gummy.
like little different, a little different. Yeah, if you want to hear Jason's weed gummy story, go back and check that out. It's too good. A few episodes ago. But yeah, man, I recommend it. Just don't eat the whole thing at once. It's
Yeah.
you'll want to.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
That's gonna be
god.
hard for a lot of people. They're just gonna eat the
Yeah.
whole thing and then
Hmm.
you're addicted, man. Yeah.
Oh, it's hard not
Then
to
you
eat the
go
whole
back
thing.
looking for the same flavor and it's gone.
Yeah. So crumble. I don't think it's spelled like it normally is. Crumbl maybe something like that. But nonetheless, you'll be able to find it. Bellaterra. So good, man.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
hit
and
that showbiz, bro. Unless you got something.
yeah, I got something not exactly OC news, but I just got to give a shout out to up in the corner, that corner, the hot sauce, man, Taco Lita. I was just there, like my favorite place ever since I was a kid. Arcadia, California. Mexican food, it's Americanized. It's not authentic Mexican food. Uh, maybe think Del Taco, but a lot better taste. Like fresh ingredients, amazing cheese, meat, beans, like everything tasting really fresh and good. Just best ever. Now my wife is hooked on it, so she's been craving it. It's like when are we going to Taco Lita? Well, it's an hour away, so it's not exactly the closest thing. So
Yeah.
we went today, and my wife is like dancing around while she's eating. She's so happy. And it's like, man, like I married someone who loves tacolita as much as I do, man. That's like the dream.
Hey, you don't bring anything back for tomorrow?
I did. I brought back a
You
burrito
do?
and a taco. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
it's expensive now, and they used to have bigger
As
portions.
opposed to, you know,
Yeah,
freaking
everything is.
everything, man.
The prices have gone out up, the portions have gone down. So,
Of course.
no, yeah,
That's like
yeah,
every other damn place, bro.
it is, man.
Yeah, good luck going to Carl's Jr. for a combo 322. It used to be $3.22 for a number one.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
or
like
a spicy chicken
$11.
sandwich. $1 now is what, like three something, or
That's what it is, man. That's where we're at now.
that's where we're at. Yeah,
All right, so shout out Tacolita.
yeah,
Little showbiz stuff. Want to get into some shows?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, real
Shows first.
quick,
Yeah,
Dodgers. I want to get a shout out to my Dodgers. They're
yeah,
doing
yeah.
their damn thing. They played against the Padres in the NLDS, the Division Series. Every single expert said the Padres were going to beat them. And I understand why. Dodgers have no pitching. You need pitching in the playoffs. That's the one thing they always talk about when you talk about playoffs. If you need pitching, you need pitching, you
Yeah.
need pitching, because you want your number one pitcher, your starter, to go, hopefully 6 innings. If you can go 7, that would be great. And then you save your other pitchers for another game, that sort of thing. So Dodgers don't really have starting pitching. They a lot of them are injured, whatever the case. Some beat up their wives. We won't talk about that. But and so we lost starting pitching. But they took it to these damn Padres, man. I think they almost set a record for like scoreless innings. And how did that happen? The Padres, the best, one of the best hitting teams, couldn't score,
I've
man.
I've been hearing about this on Twitter because I have a lot of Charger fans on my Twitter, and
They're Padres fans.
there's a lot that are Padres, and there's a portion that's also Dodgers fans too, because they're LA. Chargers are LA now, so you see a lot of
Yeah.
fighting between Charger fans about that series. Yeah.
You see a lot of actual fighting too, which is funny. Like actual fights. So yeah, just quick shout out to them. They're now in the National League Championship Series against the Mets, and they're up 3-2. They could have closed it out yesterday, but they lost. They got beat up on a little bit. But their pitching's still doing pretty damn good without having pitching. So they're doing it. There was a couple of experts that said, hey, if they get to the World Series, well, they're not going to win a World Series because they have no pitching. So we shall see. If they win one more game, they will be in the World Series.
Wow.
Yeah, and it could be possible Dodgers, Yankees, which would be amazing.
Oh yeah.
That would be awesome. It would be awesome for Major League Baseball, I'm sure. And for fans, it's two teams that are either loved or hated. And so people either want to see them win or see them lose. There's a lot of people that hate Dodgers, Padres fans included.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it would be like if it was Lakers Knicks, two
exactly.
yeah,
The big ones, yeah, Lakers, Knicks, Lakers,
Celtics,
Boston, because I mean Dodgers and Yankees battled it out back in the day a ton. So man, I can't wait. They play tomorrow. The next 2 games are going to be at home here in LA. Well,
nice.
we're not in LA, but I mean
Yeah,
here in Los Angeles. So it should be hopefully a win.
yeah.
Okay, so just a quick thing on the Dodgers because that's my team right there. So let's see. What do you got? You said you had maybe a few movies.
Yeah, I got a few movies. I'll start off with the best one I saw recently. Well, besides the Wild Robot.
Oh, Joker.
Yeah, we already talked about that. That's not up there.
That's not the best one. Okay.
Not up there. No. Christopher Reeves, Superman, the Christopher Reeves story, documentary about his life. And
Ooh, a doc.
Yeah, doc. I love docs.
Sure.
Film Film Thread. I review a ton of docs. So yeah, um, yeah. I knew about Christopher Reeve, the actor, but not so much the person. And he had a tough life growing up, surprisingly, because you think of him, you think of the tall, good looks, Superman.
Sure.
How Superman can have a tough life, but uh, his family life wasn't it, man. Like he had a
Well,
tough
didn't they
family.
send them from some other planet here?
Yeah, Krypton.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got to be tough, man.
yeah, he's an orphan, man. Yeah. No, like his real dad was just a dick, man. Like he never proud
You're a
of him,
dick.
never a pat on the back, never like good job, son, never anything like that. Like even when he got Superman, it's kind of a funny
Bro.
story when he got Superman. His dad was like really big into plays and intellectual and all that stuff. And he thought he got a movie based on the play The Death of the Superman, which has nothing to do with the character. Like, so he was, oh, let's celebrate, let's break out the champagne, and then he finds out it's the superhero. He's like, oh man, this isn't worth celebrating. Like,
Oh
it's
no.
crap. Like,
You kind
you
of
know,
hear a bit of that, bro, where these dads back then weren't very supportive in that way. And it's
yeah,
you hear the story so much, the son just trying to get his dad to like you said, give him a pat on the back. That's all they needed.
yeah. Yeah, so he goes through this whole thing. He goes to Juilliard School of Acting, serious place, and that's where he meets Robin Williams. They become roommates and best friends throughout their whole lives. The movie
Wow.
goes into like how close they were, and Glenn Close even says like if Christopher Reeves was still alive, she thinks Robin would still be alive too, because he meant that much to him. Um, and But it's just interesting because Christopher Reeves in his own family life, he repeats kind of the patterns he sees through when he was a kid. His parents not staying together. He gets divorced even after he has kids, small kids. He goes on to a second marriage and finds this great girl. And even then, because he's a movie star, huge, he's Superman. He's out everywhere all the time. He's skiing in the Alps. He's, you know, flying to Germany. He's doing all these things because he's Superman. That's what you do until he has that tragic accident where he's a you know,
Quadriplegic.
quadriplegic. Yeah, he's in a wheelchair. He can't move, and his whole life flips upside down. But it actually turns
Well,
out,
spoiler alert.
yeah, as if you didn't know. Yeah, yeah. But in a way, it was a blessing, man, because he becomes the father that he couldn't be before. He's actually present for his kids. He, he's he's he taught his young son how to ride a bike when he can't even move, and he's like, how do you? I couldn't have even imagined doing this. Teaching someone how to ride a bike, and you can't
Mhm.
actually move along with them. Uh, so it becomes a really like touching story, like as you go through, and
Sounds
it's
great.
crazy. It's great. It's great. 10 out of 10, man. Yeah.
What's it called and where can we find it?
Super/Man, the Christopher Reeve story. It's at movie theaters right now. Um,
Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay.
yeah, yeah. It's been out for a couple weeks or something. Yeah.
Wow. I live under a rock, bro.
Well, it's not. It's limited release. It's not at every theater. Documentaries
Okay.
don't. But
Yeah.
it,
Yeah, yeah. I seriously thought it would be like on some streaming service.
it will be eventually, and it's crazy because he was so obsessed with stem cells and being able to walk himself, but it's crazy the things that how he's helped other people in that position after him, like people actually walking out of their chairs and stuff because of all the money he's gotten raised for it.
Mm,
It's really cool. It's really cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds super cool. Before you hit to your next movie, I just ran across this today. I can't believe I forgot about this cartoon, man.
Which one?
I forgot it even existed.
There's a lot of those. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. There are Drawn Together. Do you remember this?
Drawn Together. Sounds
Yeah.
familiar,
Okay,
but what
bro.
is it?
So I'm just kind of skipping around. No, what would that be? I think it's on Paramount Plus, and so it's sort of like a reality show. They put a bunch of different cartoon characters in one house,
Oh,
and so one's supposed to be Superman. Speaking of Superman, one's supposed to be like SpongeBob, and then you got Betty Boop, and she's in black and white. You got a pig in there who I guess supposed to be Porky Pig. I don't know. And then one, I think she's supposed to be Ariel, the other girl.
okay.
But bro, you can't put that on the air today. The stuff that goes on in this cartoon, it is insane, dude.
But what year was this? What?
I said I'm gonna look, and I forgot to look. Maybe you can do a quick Google search on when it came out. I'm thinking like '07 or something. I don't know. But so, it, and then there's this one, the black chick. I can't remember her name, but she's got these big boobs and like her nipples are sticking out all the time. And there's a joke in today's episode where she picks up the one of the other characters and hands it to this Ariel. I think she's supposed to be Ariel. Maybe people can correct me on that. I don't know. I think she's Ariel. Help me here. Where's Ariel from? What's the movie called?
Little
Mermaid.
Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. Thank you.
Yeah, it's 2004.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, so she, uh, the black chick, Foxy, I think her name was Foxy, picks up one of the characters, hands it to this Ariel chick, and says, "Here, take care of him." So then they cut to her in front of a camera, like a reality show, when the character sits in front of the camera to
Mhm.
talk about the scene.
Yeah.
So that's what they do. And she said, I'm gonna mess up the joke, but she said something like, a black girl demanding me to do something like that. Who does she think I am? Thomas Jefferson's penis, something like that, right? Bro, then they go into this Superman character who's what's his name? Captain Hero, I think is his name. Bro, the retard joke is insane in this thing. I I think Eminem's the only one that can use that word today without getting canceled, bro. You can't do that no more. Like people go crazy over it.
You're about to get us canceled, man.
Oh no, no. I'm not using it in a way to put anyone down. Man, I won't say the joke. I won't say the joke. But I'm just telling you, you can't do that today. I forgot how crazy it was because at the time it's just like, dude, at the time it's normal.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
was doing retard jokes.
Yeah.
Everybody. You could put any show, it didn't matter. They all had them. It was just
Yeah.
normal back then.
Yeah, well, that's when like Tropic Thunder came out with Robert Downey Jr. going full retard. Like
Uh-huh.
it was still like whoa, but it was more of that time. So it wasn't like
As a black
now
guy,
it's
bro?
yeah the
Come
black
on.
yeah
Yeah, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
You can't do this stuff now, man. But
yeah
I wish we could play a clip, but maybe next time. But anyway, I just ran across it. And I can't believe I forgot about the show. It's so good. It was so free, and Adam Carolla is involved in that
okay yeah
somehow. I think he's one of
Corolla's
the
funny.
characters or
That's funny.
something like that. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. Go ahead. What else you got?
All right, well, I, I I've got a controversial movie here.
They use the R word. The R word.
No, in a different way. It's a serious movie. It's a movie not released yet called Separated. Another documentary. It's about the Trump family separations, uh, and it's by one of my favorite documentary filmmakers ever. Probably my favorite documentary filmmaker, Errol Morris. Did a movie called The Thin Blue Line. about a murder back in the 80s, and it shows all these different perspectives and really funny, like weird characters involved in this actual murder, and it just paints this picture that's crazy. And it's like this movie stands out so much, and it actually got a guy free, who was on death row. The
Mm,
movie did, and so hugely entertaining and influential. But now he's doing the Trump family separation, so it goes through the whole history, man. Like, how some people say it was Obama who started this. No, the movie shows uh, Obama didn't start it. Someone in Obama's administration actually brought up the idea of the family separation. Taking a kid away from illegal immigrants as a deterrent. So someone, hey, what about that? Immediately they shot it down. That's too cruel, man. We're not even going to think about that. You know, so the Trump administration was so big on it. Shows, building the wall, keeping immigrants out, all that stuff. So they go, we're considering this. We're thinking about this, and while they're doing that, they start just doing it in line to the media and to the public. Oh, we're not doing this right now. We're not separating kids. Well, they bring in this guy, Captain Jonathan White, who actually worked in the division that dealt with this stuff. He's like, there are asylum seeking families and kids that actually will send the kid by themselves from Guatemala, El Salvador, another country. Like, they'll travel by themselves to try to get to the US because it's so dangerous in their home country. They just want to get them out, like the gangs, the violence, the drugs, whatever it is. Like, we'll just send the kid by himself. So there's a whole division in the US that when they get one of these kids by themselves, they'll house them in a facility, and that's what they were doing under Obama and everyone else before that. But when this family separation started happening, it's, whoa, we're getting 10 times more kids than we had before. And wait, there's toddlers in here. There's kids who can't walk
mm,
or talk, babies, infants. They're not traveling alone. Families aren't sending these babies by themselves alone. They're like, what's going on? Well, Trump's people were already saying, oh, let's do this, but let's keep it on the down low so people don't know. Once they found out, everybody blows up. It's in all the media. People are going crazy. So Trump walks it back. He's like, no, I'm going to sign this bill to get rid of this. It's too much. But now in interviews, he says he wants to bring it back. So,
mm,
and the filmmaker Errol Morris is upset because this documentary isn't allowed to come out until after the election.
mm.
NBC owns it. They're scared of the political pressure. They don't want this movie out now because maybe it affects things. Um,
Yeah, or possibility maybe.
Possibility, but it's
Yeah.
something that at the time when it was happening made me really upset as a parent. They show the conditions these kids were in. It's like a prison. You
Hmm.
got these kids are orphans now. 4,000 kids that they separated from their parents deliberately. The government, like, just to try to be cruel and be like, oh, maybe they won't try to come here if we do
Yeah.
this. And there's audio of little 2-year-olds crying for their moms and dads, and the guard is like making fun of them, laughing at them. Like, and that's going on. That was going on in the US. It's not some third world country. The US that's supposed to be great. And we're doing like Nazi like stuff here. Like, makes me so mad. And watching this movie brings all that anger back. It's like, how can they
Yeah.
do this, man? How
I
can this be
remember that.
happening? Yeah, yeah. And
I remember the audio stuff, some audio being released back then when it was happening too.
yeah, and that's why the whole public got so angry, and why Trump backed down after that. Said, "Oh, we're getting rid of this,"
Hmm.
and now he wants to bring it back if he's back, and no one's going to stop him. He already said there's going to be no more elections after this if I'm elected. You know, democracy's over and he's gonna do whatever the hell he wants. Like, people may laugh about that, but
Oh man.
he's gonna do it, man. Like, January 6th, we already saw what this guy is, man. Like,
Yeah, we've talked about that. This guy's crazy.
yeah, nuts, man. He's nuts. So cats and
Yeah.
dogs. We're eating cats and dogs out there, man. But people know where
Oh,
I
dude.
stand. People know where I stand. But
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's funny because I did this review for Film Threat, which their bosses are very Republican. So and this
Yeah.
thing is just
I don't
yeah,
think it matters what he does. People still vote him in.
yeah, doesn't matter. Doesn't
It
matter
doesn't
what he
matter.
does. People, yeah.
Yeah. On both sides. If
But
people
there's a
do
difference.
some, you know,
There, yeah, both sides have
some
things that
BS going on, man.
there is, but there's a degree to
Yeah.
you know
Yeah. And did
yeah.
you hear there was like a third attempt? Well, no, it wasn't an attempt, but apparently there was a guy that had
Mhm.
a gun or something with him.
Yeah, had a gun with
One of
him
his,
in
yeah,
Coachella Valley. Yeah, yeah. And he apparently he said he wasn't, gonna do anything with it, but
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, man. I think if I were him, I'd be like, this isn't worth it, bro. What's going on here? I got shot at already. Why am I? Is this worth it to make 88,000 a year? What's going on here?
I think he's just trying to stay out of prison, man. Because if he doesn't become president, his ass is going to jail, man.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, all the stuff he's already done, like, he's going to
Uh-huh.
prison.
Yeah.
Like, being president will delay that. So yeah,
I wonder if his ego is so grand that he'd be like, you know what? If I do die, I'll be like, I'll live in infamy, man. He's just
maybe.
crazy, bro. But
It's nuts.
um, all right. On a lighter note, so I'm watching two shows right now, man.
Yeah.
And well, actually, I'm watching. I'm watching the Stallones too. It's pretty funny. It's pretty cool to see. And then I gotta read the words at the bottom just to see what he said. But uh, but it's good.
Adrian.
You know, I just want to fight. Um, so that one's good. It's pretty good. But I'm watching 1883 right now. Did you see it?
No, I haven't.
Okay, man, it's good, man. It's so good. It's like it's basically the Oregon Trail, man. It's them trying to get across. It's them trying to make it. Hopefully, a new life. You know, doing this knowing that some aren't gonna get there. Um, Trying to cross these crazy rivers.
Yeah.
mm, Getting into possible enemy territories. Like
I-
it's
Is there
all of
dysentery? Do they have dysentery? Do they got the runs?
that, bro. Everything. I mean, everything. Yeah. How can you not? You know?
Yeah,
How can you not?
yeah,
It's gonna. I'd be hurting the first day, man. This
yeah,
isn't for me.
yeah.
Uh, but it's starring God, I can't remember. Why do McGraw? I always forget his name, bro.
Tim
Country
McGraw?
singer. Yeah. So it's him and his wife. They play husband and wife in the show.
Are they
Faith
good
Hill.
actors? Because sometimes
Bro,
you never know.
he's pretty damn good.
Yeah,
He's the main dude. He plays, a tough guy. He's got his family. That's mainly what he cares about. The other guys that he's sort of helping, who put this little expedition together to get these immigrants across uh, from what was it, Texas to Oregon, I believe. Um, he's kind of like, look, I'm here for my family, man. They're gonna come first. He's got a daughter and a son, and these other people, well, I'm here to help, but I'm gonna put them first. And but he's, this is tough guy. He's tough on but super nice at the same time. Like he's just got that exterior because he has to. He's the one that takes care of the family, and if he has got to kill, he's got to kill, that sort of thing. Man, it's great. It's really what it is a prequel to Yellowstone.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and there's two of them. I'm trying to finish this one so I can get to 1923, I think is the next one. And these are all these both these shows are only a season, maybe two, and they came out after Yellowstone, but they take place prior to Yellowstone. And Yellowstone's supposed to be a great show. I've not
Yeah,
watched it. I've heard
I've
great
heard,
things only.
yeah,
Only great things. Uh, but really good, man. 1883. Highly recommend it. I think that one's only one season, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like 10 episodes.
sounds good. Tell me, are you watching The Penguin?
No, I'm not watching
Oh,
The Penguin. It's
you
because I'm
gotta
trying
watch
to
The
get.
Penguin.
I know, I hear good things about that too. And there's
It-
just so much. I'm watching Beavis
it-
and Butthead.
oh, Beavis and I gotta watch
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, The Penguin is that's the best show I've seen in a while, man. I'm telling you,
Mm.
it's the best Batman related thing since The Dark Knight with you know,
Yeah,
with the
Heath.
Joker, with Heath.
Yeah,
Um,
that was amazing, dude.
because the way I was never a big Colin Farrell fan, but the way you don't even recognize him as the Penguin, man. He's so good, and this girl that's with him in it. Actually, the three leads. There's this young guy, and there's this girl who's supposed to be this crazy, out of control crime boss. All three of them amazing, and the storylines too. Just man, like the writing, the acting, everything. This is great, and they're only four episodes in or something. Just everyone has to check this out, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard good things. I'm only, I think 6 or 7 episodes. Me, I should say we, my girl and I both are watching this show, and we're 6 or 7 episodes into another show. We're like bouncing back and forth between the two, and this one's called Why Women Kill. Have you seen that? No, with Lucy Liu. Great premise. The way the show's put together is really, really cool. It's not something I've really seen before. The show starts off, a couple moves into a home, pretty nice home in Burbank, and it's 1963, and that's Lucy Liu, her husband. They move into this home. Then in 1984, it's another couple that moves into the same home. And then in 2019, another couple moves into this home. So it's all stories from three different eras in the same home. Really well done, really cool, man. So then they just bounce around and they show you each story as you go along throughout the episode.
What's
Y-
it called again?
It's called Why Women Kill.
Why Women Kill, and
Yeah,
it's on what?
it's Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
only 2 seasons.
Just Lucy and Desi, man. Those guys are, so fascinating in their lives and everything. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
and
sounds
yeah,
good.
she's really good. Everybody's really good in it, and so why women kill? You're led to believe from the first episode that the husbands are going to die. Now I'm like, I don't know. So I really don't know where it's going. We're only 6 or 7, and I think it gets to 10 episodes if I'm not mistaken for the season. So and all the couples are having some sort of issue. It's not a like a spoiler or anything. It you sort of see it sort of developing throughout the shows, like something's up with each couple, and so you're led to believe that the wife, why women kill, they're gonna take out the husband at some point. So, but I'm thinking maybe it's someone else, maybe it is a husband. I don't know yet. We'll see. But really good, and it's
Okay.
funny. It's funny.
Oh,
It's not
that's
super
good.
laugh out loud funny, but it's
Yeah.
funny. It's like comedy drama type. Like there's some really good funny stuff in there, and uh but then there's some deep stuff too. So
Okay.
it's a good mix of everything, and I'm a fan of it.
Nice. I I have another movie. Saturday night. Uh, in a I go to the ticket guy at Triangle Square, and I'm like, one for the SNL movie. He's like, SNL? Like, we don't have any SNL. I'm like looking up at the Saturday night. Like, uh,
Come
if
on,
you're
bro.
working at the theater, how do you not know know
Yeah,
what SNL and Saturday night? Like
my guess was he was really young or what?
no, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Really?
He
Come
was
on,
like
bro.
around my age. I'm like, what? Oh,
You
you
should know
know what
this.
SNL is, man? Like,
And if you don't know SNL, you should at least know just from working there.
yeah,
Come on,
you
bro.
should. Yeah, you work at a movie theater, you don't know SNL.
That's funny.
Yeah, but anyways, it's kind of a frenetic, very energetic movie. It's like it's showing the very beginning of SNL and all the chaos that's surrounding and just trying to get the show on the air, even with all these guys and with Chevy Chase being a big jerk and you know all these problems happening on set. They got a llama on there. They have a fire or something. The sound's not working. All this
Mm-hmm.
crazy stuff going on, and it's interesting. As someone who's into that stuff, and there's been good seasons of SNL. People always knock it like, oh, the old days are always the best. Well, whatever, man. There's always some good times. But
Yeah.
it's a fun movie. It's not great, and I don't think it's terrible either, which is interesting because today I saw comic book superstar Mark Waid said on Facebook today. He was like, "Oh, Saturday Night, like terrible movie, like worst movie this year or something like that." And
Mm.
he's got a ton of comments of people saying, "Oh, I enjoyed it. What are you talking about?" And
Yeah, I think you said it, and this is a word I use a lot when I just like a movie. I say it
yeah,
was fun. I say it
yeah,
was fun.
it was
Fun movie.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
good
can't say it's
movie.
terrible, just fun movie.
Yeah, and I've interviewed Mark Waid, a great guy, smart guy, and I just told him, "Hey, man, like you want to see a bad movie, go see Megalopolis." Like,
Or Joker.
yeah, Joker. Hey, I'll take Joker over Megalopolis, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll
Wait,
take Saturday Night over all of them.
what was that Demi movie? What was that called again?
The Substance, that
The
one's
Substance. Okay.
insane. People love that movie. I actually
Yeah.
enjoyed that movie, but
Yeah, you said you really liked that one.
yeah, it's
Yeah, so people watching, I don't know if anybody's still watching, but yeah.
16 people. 16 people.
Yeah, so Demi, you said you really liked that one, so I really want to watch that one,
But
just because of what you said about it.
you know what my buddy said who saw it with me? He's like, I'd only go back to watch it for certain scenes.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, because you know what? It's a really gross movie at the same time. Like it's very weird and like
Really?
it's trying to say different things. Like it's objectifying women, but at the same time showing really gross things to be like, oh, like is this is this
Necessary?
how? Yeah,
Was it necessary?
for its message, I think so.
Yeah,
For its
okay.
message of like,
Then I'm fine with that.
yeah, but at the same time, it's not the kind of movie you're like, oh, I got to see this again, because it's like
Sure.
kind of, yeah,
It's one of those. It's great. You don't have to go back.
yeah.
There's
There's
TV
lots of
shows like
movies like that.
that.
Yeah.
There's TV shows. There's music. You've heard
Oh yeah.
2 songs from me that we've done here on the show where you react to, and you said, all right, yeah, both are interesting, but no need to go back to those
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
but yeah, I would watch it for sure.
yeah, you should check it out, man. And, I'm sure there's other movies that I've seen. I'm forgetting now. I'm going to see a ton of movies at this festival. Going tonight, going
Hmm.
tomorrow night. So I'll have a ton to talk about next time. But yeah,
Yep. Okay. I think we're good. If you want to get on out,
yeah. Let's get on here. But hey,
let the people know.
we appreciate all you guys. Subscribe, like, smash that like button. Leave us a comment.
Smash.
You know, yeah. Ask us a
Yeah.
question. Leave a comment. What what movies are you digging? What do you disagree with? Yeah, Let us
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Do you disagree with Jason's view on Trump, or let us know, please. We want to hear it all. You know? I
Yeah,
said this from early on when we started the show. If you want to comment on there and say, "Hey, the Hoser's a freaking moron, dude," you know, I'm okay with that. I could
yeah,
take that comment. Please let me know. I don't mind.
yeah, yeah.
But
Yes,
please. We appreciate if you're on there. You can hop on YouTube. Just hit the like button. Doesn't take much, but a single push of a button. So we appreciate it. Thank you.
definitely. And
And
when
should we go live? Should we do this again?
well, I think the people have spoken, man. We had 18 viewers. That's pretty good, dude. For like never really doing live and having 18 people watching this thing for most of the time.
Yeah, and I think where we messed up, and uh, apologize if maybe, because you know what we could have done is also put it out there. We didn't. We just went
Yeah,
for it. And
just
normally,
one.
you know, we
Yeah,
should.
yeah. We can put it out there next.
Yeah,
Let's try to keep doing this and see, man. Because yeah,
yeah.
people are watching. So yeah. Oh, and shout out to Krishna Smitha, who I did an interview with recently. Really cool actress, writer, producer.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about fun things like her wanting to work with the Muppets and San Diego Comic Con and the Saturday Night movie. We brought that up too. So yeah, go check that out on at Jason Delgado 78 on YouTube.
Yeah, that was good. Also, you can probably leave a link to it
Yeah, yeah,
right in the video on YouTube. Okay.
yeah.
All right, man. Let's do this. Let's
All
get
right,
on out of here. Smash.
smash. All right, see you.
Peace.